Hey everybody, welcome back to the Strength for Life podcast. On today's episode, we are going to be diving into the nitty-gritty of weight loss. So we're going to forget about those quick fixes and those fad diets. We're going to be getting into the science of how your body actually sheds those extra pounds. So if you've ever wondered about metabolism, calorie deficits, and how to make weight loss sustainable, this is the episode for you. So grab a coffee, protein shake, and we'll get started. All right, so first up, let's talk metabolism. So this is the engine that keeps your body running. It's not just about burning calories. Your metabolism is responsible for everything from breathing to digesting food. In one quick sentence, your metabolism is the sum of all chemical reactions. Your metabolism can be divided into three parts. Part one is your basal metabolic rate, or BMR. This accounts for about 60 to 70% of the calories you burn daily. This is your body just doing its basic tasks. Heart beating, lungs breathing. Then there's your thermal effect of food, or TEF, which is the energy your body uses to digest food. And finally, there's physical activity, which includes exercise and general movement. Even when you're binge watching Netflix, your body is burning calories. But if you want to lose weight, you've got to get into a calorie deficit. All right, so a calorie deficit. Yes, this word or that saying, calorie deficit, that phrase is tossed around a lot. It is the holy grail of weight loss. It's simple math. To be in a calorie deficit, you need to burn more calories than you consume. But let's unpack that a little. Not all calorie deficits are created equal. What you want to do is create a sustainable calorie deficit, which is usually around 500 to 750 calories per day. This allows you to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. 1 pound of fat is equal to 3,500 calories. So let's say if you split that up by the days in the week, 7 days a week, 500 calorie deficit. So if you're trying to lose a pound of fat per week, you want to make sure that you are burning more than you're consuming, and it equals out to, on average, let's say 500 calories per day to that 3,500 calories for the week. Extreme deficits might work short term, but that can lead to muscle loss, fatigue, and even metabolic slowdown or shutdown. If you've done a crash diet for too long, what you may have experienced is that you no longer have the ability to lose weight, and that's because your metabolism has been shut down and won't burn any more fat because it's trying to preserve and save itself. Your body has survival mechanisms built in. Now, okay, so yeah, all calories are not the same. So yeah, 200 calories from broccoli is not the same from 200 calories in a donut. Nutrient-dense foods are what's most important. Ideally, we're trying to avoid crash diets. We want to make weight loss sustainable and maintainable. So what we want to do is get into lifestyle changes, not the temporary diet. So what we're going to do now is talk about habits. So start with something manageable, like adding a 10-minute walk to your daily routine, swapping sugary drinks for water. Once some of those little changes become a habit, you can build on that. Now, you may be asking me, what are some common mistakes people make when they're trying to lose weight? Well, one of the big mistakes I see is relying solely on cardio. Without strength training, you're likely to lose muscle along with fat, depending on like your conditioning level or the type of cardio you are doing. Another pitfall is over-restricting food. This can lead to like a massive breakdown later on, where you just end up binge eating, having an avalanche of some of those bad habits that you work so hardly to get rid of. Another common mistake is relying solely on what the number on the scale tells you. Just remember that's a metric. Progress photos, how your clothes fit, taking specific measurements on areas that are common fat storage areas like your hips and your belly are probably more important factors than that number on the scale. I remember when I underwent my weight loss journey, I got really, really obsessed with being in like the 170s, low 180s. And after years of, working out and not just focusing on the scale, but being overall healthy, I put on a certain amount of muscle, right? So there's been moments where I ended up dieting for too long and I ended up going into that metabolic shutdown. So just remember, the scale is not the only indicator of weight loss success. Weight loss should be considered a marathon, not a sprint. So by understanding the science and focusing on sustainable habits, you achieve your goals and keep the weight off for good.